Hello, and welcome to a Let's Play Dwarf Fortress. Soloing just me, Matt. Pat is probably far too sane to try and Let's Play Dwarf Fortress with me. This is a game I've tried to get into multiple times by now. Never very serious attempts, and I've considered this game fairly impenetrable. But there is a very large community of people who love it, so I am going to give it another shot, and you get to witness me try it firsthand. The reason I am doing this is because I am terrible at this game, and do not understand what I am doing. For right now, you may notice, I don't know if my screen cap is picking it up, but I have also got the very basic guide from the Dwarf Fortress wiki on the right to guide me in starting it. This should be pretty interesting, because you will see me do things that, if you actually play Dwarf Fortress, probably seem absolutely stupid. And I will not argue, it probably is stupid. Let us create a new world. I hit enter. There we go. Now I don't actually see any suggestions on what to do to start a world. I'm going to assume I want all these as they are. So let's go ahead and hit Y and go. You'll notice immediately that this isn't the basic ASCII. This is the Phoebus. I think I am pronouncing that correctly. The Phoebus texture pack to help me a little bit. I'm sure if you're actually used to the standard, this probably looks like Crisis. This still looks like a impenetrable mess of blobs. I'm going to keep talking, but who knows, this may get cut. I remember this taking several minutes to actually process. So if we cut, I shall see you when we're done generating the world. Now, let's see how we pick a useful starting location. I'm looking right now at the wiki guide, which shall be linked in the description of the video. I'm hoping that basically this video should be entertaining to those who understand and love Dwarf Fortress. They can look at me and see, haha, I remember when I was that stupid, or haha, how the hell is anyone that stupid? Either way, haha. Otherwise, to those who do not know Dwarf Fortress, I hope to commiserate with them the pain and suffering I am about to inflict on 7 purely innocent dwarves who are not deserving of the horrible things I am about to do to them. I imagine I will starve within the first hour, even though they are not hungry. We are already still in the Age of Legends, up to year 246 of our Dwarven Lord. I believe there's other races. I think I've seen human and elven trade in other people's games. But we don't care about them because they don't grow beards nearly as epic as our own. And if you don't have a beard, you're not really sapient, are you? Where do you store your brain power without a beard? Alright, our world is generated. We are in year 250 of the Age of Legends. Apparently lots of people have died, and there are lots of historical figures. This should be interesting. I believe I shall accept the Slozgo Ulzul, the universe of legend. This is where we shall start the CLBL Let's Play Dwarf Fortress, Chapter 2, or Chapter 2 of something Dwarf Fortress. Enter for accept. Alright, we have generated the world, and let's start playing. We shall play in Slozgol Olzol. Region 1. I don't know what these mean. Dwarf Fortress, Adventure, and Legends. I assume I want to play Dwarf Fortress. I downloaded Dwarf Fortress. Alright. Now I believe I choose Fortress location. Yeah, it says it up there. Let us see what we desire. Useful location traits according to the wiki are the forest, water, and animals are things I want to look for. Alright, looking at the things that we should desire in our starting location. It looks like I do not want to start with an aquifer. So we shall try and find a location without one. Like right off the bat, I'm going to say aquifer probably doesn't mean what I think that it means. I would use it incorrectly. I would think that means there is water that I would desirably have to not make my dwarves die of dehydration. But maybe it means something worse than that. Who knows? I shall know soon enough whether I drown my dwarves or they die of dehydration. We want no aquafire. We want trees that are forested or heavily forested with a warm temperature climate. Let's see, we have an aquafire. Let's keep moving till we're not an aquafire. Alright, here we got a warm temperature climate. Trees. We want metals. There are deep metals, but we want shallow metals. Let's keep moving till we find some shallow metals. Or we can hit F, and we can try and use this to try and determine what we want. We want shallow metals, yes. Flux stone, if possible. Let's go ahead and hit yes. We'll see what comes up. Trees are somewhere in here, I assume. Or not. Okay. Temperature, we want to be warm. Dwarves don't. We'll go with medium, whatever. I wonder if I'm even running on the most recent version of this game. Clay or soil is important to make farming easy. Let us see how we farm. Let's see, clay. And soil. Little some deep. Deep, let's go deep with whatever. A river if possible. So we do want water. And I do not understand what aquafire means. We want deep metals, apparently. We want deep and shallow metals. Change selection. Hit escape to be done. Wait, no, enter to do search. Let's do that. Alright, I'm assuming we are ruling out areas with the red X's that do not have what I desire. Green X's, I assume, do, and yellow has some. That would be the intuitive thing. I do not know if Dwarf Fortress is intuitive. Previous experience tells me no, but maybe this time I will learn better. I will start a Dwarf Fortress in the middle of the ocean. No, let's not do that. That'd be a horrible Let's Play. I'm assuming, yeah, well, I'm not assuming anything. It tells me that the map on the right is the entirety of the world. Zoomed in? Looks like I can use my mouse to do things like that. Okay, yeah, it just kind of increases the fidelity, not so much. It's not shrinking. Alright, so I guess we see lots of areas that hold the things that we desire. I'm assuming the LX is actually where I'm looking at then. Uh-oh. Where am I? Oh, I'm not looking. Escape to browse results. There we go. Yep, X's. Yellow X is where I'm looking. These are places where I should desire to start my new Dwarf Fortress. Where 7 dwarves shall take off together, adventure into a horrible place where a very cruel and ignorant god shall do cruel and ignorant things to them. Ah, the vanished forests. That sounds like a good place to start. This place looks like it might have a hill. Surroundings calm. Other vegetation moderate. Trees are woodland. I believe we wanted forested or heavily forested. Here's heavily forested. The idea is to have wood, I believe, because we shall build things out of it. That's right. We're not some kind of stinking tree-hugging Bosmer here. We will cut down our trees. Do we have clay or soil? No, we do not. This has clay. And soil. Some soil, at least. We shall make an entire episode out about me finding the first place to embark on, which will be embarrassing when the entire second episode is them dying in 2 minutes in this new place. Alright, let's go back to the vanished forest. That place sounded cool. Yeah, here we are. It's got a stream. So I'm now looking at all the stats, and not just the ones listed beneath where clay is. We got some clay. Supposedly, I think that is good for growing farms. Some soil for farms as well. Shallow metals and deep metals, I assume, to give us the metals we desire to make things, and flux stone. We got a stream. Surroundings are calm. Other vegetation is thick, and we're heavily forested. Plenty of wood. And it looks like we're right next to a mountain that we can dig into. So let us hit E, and we shall embark. Are you sure you want to embark here? This is your only warning. We are warning you that Dwarf Fortress is hard. You had better pick a good place to start. Enter to embark. Dwarves ho!